everyone. My name is Katie Foley, and this is my presentation on language acquisition. Before we get too far into it, I thought I'd share a little information about myself. I have firsthand knowledge of what it feels like to struggle with language acquisition, leading to empathetic and active listening. I also have a proven track record of communicating with different people of ages and personalities. I am goal-oriented, and I believe in leveraging up-and-coming tools alongside proven methods to holistically help children reach milestones in the classroom. I lead by modeling positivity. This presentation is specifically about language acquisition, tools, resources, and evidence-based practices for pre-K educators. Language acquisition evolves significantly from infancy through the preschool years as children progress through basic sound recognition to complex sentence formation. Infants primarily respond to sounds and use crying or babbling to communicate, relying on close interaction with caregivers to recognize language patterns. By the toddler stage, children experience rapid vocabulary growth and begin combining words, though their grammar is still developing. Preschoolers advance to forming full sentences, storytelling, asking questions, using language for social interaction, and pre-literacy activities like rhyming and reading. These differences are shaped by cognitive, social, and physical development, with preschoolers demonstrating more structured language use and social awareness. Building a language-rich environment is all about surrounding young children with opportunities to explore, hear, and use language in fun, everyday ways. This type of setting is so powerful for helping preschoolers grow their vocabulary, storytelling skills, and confidence in communicating with others. Here's how some simple areas in the classroom can make a big difference. Picture clues around the room. Think of it as giving kids gentle hints about language all day long. Labeling items and routines with pictures and words help children connect what they see to the words that describe it. Whether it's sink, snack, or circle time, these visual cues are especially helpful for kids who are still building their vocabulary or learning English, as it makes language more accessible and meaningful. Cozy reading nooks. Imagine a warm, inviting corner filled with picture books and soft cushions. This is a place where kids can flip through books on their own, listen to stories read aloud, and talk about what they see. Whether they're learning new words, seeing different characters, or hearing how a story unfolds, reading nooks give children a natural way to enjoy and explore language. Imagination stations. Pretend play stations are where the magic happens. Whether it's a little restaurant or a grocery store, these setups invite kids to act out roles, talk with each other, and create their own little worlds. In these moments, they're learning how to have conversations, tell stories, and work together, all while using new words and phrases in a fun, hands-on way. One learning center, teachers were evaluating how children used various play areas to ensure they were meeting learning objectives. In the block center, one teacher observed that, rather than constructing structures, children were using the blocks as superheroes, creating imaginative narratives or simply banging them together rhythmically. The center decided to discourage this type of play, encouraging children to focus on traditional building activities instead. While this change aimed to align with spatial and engineering goals, it overlooked a crucial aspect of language acquisition. Through imaginative play, children were naturally engaging in storytelling, dialogue, and role play, vital components of language development. Pretending the blocks were characters in a story encouraged them to use new vocabulary, practice conversational turns, and express ideas. By assessing the environment, the Learning Center highlighted the importance of understanding how children interact with materials. However, limiting play to structured building activities missed an opportunity to support language growth, as imaginative play is an invaluable tool for young children to develop expressive and receptive language skills. Moreover, by combining different domains such as cognitive and physical, children will naturally increasing their retention levels. Why it matters. Each of these spaces encourages children to explore language naturally, at their own pace. By having so many chances to listen, talk, read, and pretend, kids start to feel more comfortable with words, helping them gain skills they'll carry with them into kindergarten and beyond. Creating a language-rich environment isn't just about learning, it's about making fun, relatable, and language part of everyday life. 3 strategies to support children in language acquisition. Encourage group play opportunities. Group play is a fantastic setting for language development. When children play together, they're naturally prompted to communicate, whether it's sharing, negotiating, or making plans in their play. Small groups help children learn by watching and copying peers, which is a big part of how they pick up new words and language patterns. Children communicate differently in their peer groups than they do with adults. During group activities, it's a good idea to guide the conversation by modeling turn-taking, encouraging children to listen, and introducing new vocabulary related to their activity. This approach enriches their language skills in a relaxed, playful setting. Use open-ended questions. Open-ended questions invite children to think and share more. Instead of yes or no answers, questions like, "What do you think?" encourage them to express their thoughts and describe ideas. These types of questions spark critical thinking, prompting kids to use language to explain, predict, or imagine, which strengthens both vocabulary and confidence. When we respond with follow-up questions, it keeps the conversation flowing, giving children more chances to practice their speaking and listening skills. This includes using outside spaces, because outdoor play opens up a world of language opportunities. Whether exploring nature, playing in the sandbox, or on the playground, children encounter a whole new set of words and phrases tied to their environment. One study reported that children are more able to make decisions about what to do, who to play with, and what materials to use when they are outside. In other words, natural conversations come easily outdoors. Kids tend to chat freely about what they're experiencing, allowing teachers to reinforce new vocabulary and help children put their experiences into words. Movement and physical play are also linked to cognitive development, which plays a role in language processing. This means that kids are often more energetic and engaged outside, making them more eager to talk about what they see and do. Finally, prioritize professional development. Supporting language development in preschool is an evolving field, so professional development for teachers is crucial. Training sessions or workshops help us stay updated on new methods and strategies. These opportunities strengthen our skills in areas like language modeling and working with diverse learners, ensuring we're using the most effective techniques to support every child's language journey. Professional development also encourages collaboration among teachers. By sharing insights and successful strategies, we build a stronger, more cohesive approach to language acquisition in our classrooms. Five ways to support English language learners. Partner with parents. Partnering with parents is essential to support English language learners, ELLs. The NAEYC explains that parents provide valuable insights about their child's language, culture, and specific needs. A helpful way to bridge the language gap is to create a fact sheet with basic phrases or key vocabulary in the child's home language. This might include phrases like, "Are you okay?" or "Do you need help?" alongside words like bathroom or snack. Using these familiar words make children feel understood and comfortable in the classroom. We can also share tips with parents on how to support language development at home. Building a strong connection with families create a team approach to language learning. Assess fairly. Fair assessment is crucial for ELLs to ensure we're capturing their true abilities. Traditional language assessments may not give us an accurate picture of what ELLs know or can do. This is because different languages will have different phonetic hurdles when faced with learning English, so the assessment should change from home language to home language. Most importantly, assessments may be lengthy and frustrate young children. This could lead to learned helplessness. Check out the video for more information and feel free to share your thoughts. We should use assessments that allow children to show their understanding in various ways, whether through pictures, gestures, or bilingual support. This reduces stress and gives a more holistic view of their skills. Continuous observation is also key. Watching how ELLs interact with materials, peers, and teachers gives insight into their language development and comprehension over time. Focus on physical language expression. Physical language expression like gestures, facial expressions, and body language is very helpful for ELLs as they start learning English. We can encourage children to express themselves with actions like pointing, miming, or using hand signs to communicate their needs. This helps them feel successful while they're still building verbal skills. Modeling physical expression during activities also reinforces understanding. Modeling is one of the biggest tools educators have for language development. For example, we can wave goodbye, act out words, or use visual cues to accompany our spoken language, making communication clearer and more engaging. Create flexible spaces and materials. Flexible classroom spaces allow ELLs to move, explore, and interact in ways that are comfortable for them. Quiet spaces, for example, can be a retreat for children who need a break from language-heavy activities. Having a range of materials like picture books, puppets, and multilingual labels support diverse learners and help children connect with language in different formats. Open-ended materials such as blocks or Play-Doh allow ELLs to engage and play without needing extensive language. These flexible resources meet each child where they are in their learning journey. Emphasize the importance of play. Play is one of the best ways for ELLs to acquire language because it's natural, hands-on, and low pressure. Through play, children can use new words, interact with peers, and hear language in context. Play-based activities encourage social interaction, which is key for language growth. When ELLs play with classmates, they hear language in real-life situations, picking up vocabulary and phrases without even realizing it. These strategies create a welcoming, supportive environment that helps ELLs feel comfortable, encourages language exploration, and builds strong foundation in English. By considering the individual needs of each ELL and providing a range of supportive tools, we can make language learning a positive experience for everyone. Four ways to support English language learners' families. Introduction and welcome walkthrough. Starting with a warm introduction to our Learning Center helps parents of English language learners, ELLs, feel comfortable and informed. When families first arrive, they may feel anxious about language differences and how their child will fit into a new environment. A guided walkthrough of our facilities is a great way to ease these concerns. We can show parents key areas like classrooms, play areas, and reading corners while explaining daily routines and what their child's learning experience will look like. This initial tour also offers a chance to answer any questions, address concerns, and start building a trusting relationship with families. When parents feel welcomed and involved, they're more likely to stay engaged and feel confident in our program. Encourage home language use. Supporting the home language is crucial for children's development. When parents continue to speak their home language, it strengthens the child's overall language skills and ensures that they can still express their opinions and needs. We can reassure parents that maintaining their home language will actually help their child learn English more effectively. Strong skills in their first language provide a foundation that supports English learning. By encouraging home language use, we send a message that all languages and cultures are valued in our center, making families feel proud and comfortable in sharing their backgrounds with us and with their children. Incorporate cultural activities. Including cultural activities and celebrations in our center is a wonderful way to connect with ELL families. It shows that we respect and celebrate the diversity each family brings to our learning community. We can invite families to share stories, songs, and traditions with the class. For example, a parent might come in to talk about a cultural holiday or teach a simple song in their language. This approach not only helps ELL children feel more at home, but it also enriches our entire classroom by exposing all students to different cultures and languages, fostering a sense of acceptance and curiosity. Offer home visits, in person or virtual. Home visits are a powerful way to deepen our connection with ELL families and better understand their child's language background and needs. Whether in person or virtual, these visits show families were dedicated to supporting their child's success. John Hopkins' study in 2016 revealed that students with home visits are more likely to test proficiency in language arts and reduce the number of absences. Home visits allow us to see the child's learning environment, gather insights into family traditions, and discuss any language goals or concerns parents may have. By taking the time to meet families in their own space, we can build a strong, trusting relationship. These visits also open up lines of communication that make parents feel comfortable reaching out and staying engaged with our Learning Center. Supporting parents of English language learners isn't just about helping them navigate the school system. It's about creating a community where families feel valued and included. By welcoming them with a meaningful introduction, supporting home language use, incorporating cultural activities, and making time for home visits, we show families that we are here to support their child's growth in a way that honors their language and culture. Summary of a speech disorder. Articulation disorder. An articulation disorder makes it challenging for a child to pronounce certain sounds accurately. This can lead to unclear speech, which can make it difficult for others to understand what the child is trying to say. A child with articulation disorder may feel frustrated, have difficulty being understood, and lower peer or learning interactions. Teachers play a big role by modeling clear speech, making practice fun, and collaborating with speech-language pathologists to support each child's specific learning goal. One parent resource is Speech Teammate. It's a website that provides lists of words with common sounds that people with articulation disorders might struggle with. You can also check out this video for a first-hand account of what it feels like for a child who suffers from a speech disorder. Family event, preschool language carnival, fun with words and sounds. Beyond the fun activities listed on the slides, we should also introduce science activities. Why scientific vocabulary in PreK? Introducing scientific vocabulary in PreK might sound early, but it's incredibly beneficial, especially for English language learners. Science words like observe, explore, and experiment are foundational and support broader language development by teaching them how to explain their understanding of materials. By bringing scientific vocabulary into the classroom, we expose children to descriptive language, which helps them express curiosity and build an understanding of the world around them. Research shows that preschoolers who are introduced to information or nonfiction books are more successful later in their schooling at reading and writing in that genre. For ELLs, learning science vocabulary alongside hands-on activities gives language context. This pairing of language with tangible actions makes new words easier to remember and gives ELL students the confidence to use new terms in a real-world context. One study reported that half of children aged 3 and 4 were able to immediately retell a scientific story on light and color. A great activity to include in the carnival would be the Discovery Station, hands-on science exploration. For a family carnival, we can set up a Discovery Station, where children and their families explore simple science concepts together. This hands-on activity is designed to introduce science vocabulary through play and observation. This could include stations like Sink or Float, Observe and Describe, and Explore and Grow. Each station can have vocabulary cards and encourage parents to ask questions, like what did you observe and what do you think will happen? Information on a language disorder. Dyslexia. Dyslexia is a language-based learning disorder affecting reading, spelling, and writing skills. A child might experience difficulty recognizing letters and sounds, or struggle with writing at a level that does not match their intelligence. Use multisensory teaching methods, visual, auditory, kinesthetic, and celebrate small successes are some simple tips to help. Dyslexia, what it is not. Not a sign of low intelligence. Not due to lack of effort. Not simply reading backwards. Dyslexia is not about reversing letters. It's a more complex language processing issue, and the term is used to refer to a range of language processing disorders. One language acquisition resource is TipSheet, What the Research Tells Us. This resource is a pre-made newsletter to hand out to parents with scholarly references already in place. Another language acquisition resource to check out is the Oral Language Skills Pre-Literacy Activities for PreK. This website has information on tips parents and teachers can use to increase oral language while reading. I like the tip of doing a picture walk, which is going through and looking at the pictures in a book before reading the story. I also like the recommendation for the phone app Vroom, which gives activities based on age to increase different domains, including language. Another useful element to this website is a list of preschoolers' favorite books to check out from the library. I was reminded of the book The Mitten while exploring this section. A final resource to check out is ABCya. This website has games created by teachers to increase language skills. Games are available in Spanish too. This website is special not just because it was designed by teachers, but more importantly because it offers games in both English and Spanish. My belief system about teaching language acquisition in early childhood is rooted in respect for each child's unique learning journey. Language skills form the foundation for all other types of learning, so I see language development as crucial not only for academics but for social and emotional growth as well. I believe that each child learns at their own pace and that pushing them too quickly can create anxiety and resistance. Instead, we foster growth by providing a safe, language-rich environment where children feel free to express themselves, make mistakes, and explore. In our classroom, language should be everywhere in conversations, books, labels, and playful interactions. By creating this type of setting, we give children countless opportunities to hear, practice, and engage with language in meaningful ways. I also believe in celebrating progress rather than perfection, recognizing that language acquisition is a gradual process. Whether a child is an English language learner or developing language skills in their native language, they benefit most when we're patient, encouraging, and responsive to their individual needs. Thank you for viewing my presentation, and I look forward to your feedback. On the next 2 slides, you'll see a full list of all references used in this presentation.